So we're here at Lochcarron of Scotland in Selkirk on a wintry, nice, bright morning. We're starting off a solar PV project here to provide some energy to the weaving mill. But I think there's quite an interesting bit of cultural history here, because if we think back to like the 18th, 19th century when the Industrial Revolution was starting up, industries like this in cloth making were established close to water sources where they could use a wheel to provide an abundance of clean and free power to run the weaving equipment. And that really kick-started the whole Industrial Revolution, and history has got us to where we are today. And what's quite nice is that this traditional product is now being made by a forward-thinking company, and that company are investing in the latest technology for this abundance of cheap and available energy, which is solar power. And what's really nice with solar power is you don't need to be right next to a river, and you don't need to have all this mechanical stuff. All you need to do is be under the sun and see how we can capture that lovely sunlight. So let's head up to the roof and see how the guys are getting on with it. So to power the production process here at Lochcarron, we are going for a 158 kilowatt peak system on this roof. Nice roof this time. It's box profile sheeting with insulation under it, so it's not classed as fragile, which means we can walk around wherever we want, and it's a bit easier to work on. So 364 panels to make up that system. The architects on this job had a little bit of input because there's some areas where we're leaving gaps in the panels to allow particular roof lights to still provide illumination in areas where that's required for the production building underneath. But other than that, fairly standard installation. It's a K2 basic rail mounting system here, which is screwed down with the provided tech screws and held in place with the black clips. Every third black clip's the other way around to stop the rails from vibrating in stormy conditions. And the panels are then held down with the clamps, which we've already put the clamps in place just to make the paneling process as quick as possible when we get to that stage. And then at the moment, the team behind me there are just wiring up the Solar Edge optimizers. So one of these for every 2 panels, as is normal, 2 panels connecting in there, and then the string being formed by the big connectors. And K2 provide this nice accessory which they call the stair climber, of a little bracket thing which holds the optimizer in place, and that means that we can just click it onto the rail, bang, and if there's anything that we want to move around, we just pick them up again and move them around. So they're quite flexible to set up. But once you've got the panels on the roof, everything gets a little bit difficult logistically, so it's far better to just get everything else done, and then the paneling is just a reasonably quick job at the end, which is where we really see it come together. So the team are making good progress, and we can go and have a chat and see how they're getting on with it. So this is Scott Hunter, our operations manager, who's looking after this job while I'm pretending to know what's going on. So Scotty, how's this one going?
Yeah, it's going well. I think we're bang on schedule, even though we're a bit down on staff at the moment, just with holidays and leave and things. We'll hopefully be back to full squad next week.
So who's here today, Scott?
We've got myself, we've got Jan, we've got Rachel, our budding little apprentice. That's the team today.
And are you ready for the panels?
Just about. I think we'll be ready by the end of today. Just finishing putting the clamps in place, then optimizers, then stringing, then yeah, ready for paneling. So I had a subcontractor in doing some groundworks, just putting a trench from building to building, just so we've got some ducting to run the cables through. The design part of that is that there's 2 buildings here with 2 electrical supplies, and this is one of the things that we tend to try and add a bit of value to the customers with, because one of the supplies that's powering the office part of the facility is actually very underloaded, and that's quite an expensive thing to have. So the duct between the 2 buildings allows us to join the 2 supplies together so they can both benefit from the solar power, but also it means the customer saves another standing charge and reduces their overall energy costs by reducing the capacity that's needed there. So that's part of the reason for ducting under the road. But it's always a good idea when the weather's nice to get the roof done, and then if the weather does break, especially this time of year, as a multidisciplined team we can get everybody inside and do some of the electrical work while we wait for the weather to clear up again.